your side.
Perfect. Perfect. Something. Excuse me, guys. Let's get things going tonight. Yes, let's get things going with the red velvet tonight. What is popping, everybody? What is popping? Mikey T, the movie star, back in action tonight. Appreciate everybody tapping in on my throwback interview with Royce the 5'9". You know, I got a lot of classic material, you guys. I just appreciate everybody for staying tuned consistently. You know what I'm saying? Dropping comments, sharing it with people you know. You know what I mean? I really appreciate everybody's effort when it comes to spreading the word about my channel, when it comes to hitting the like button, when it comes to sharing this video. I appreciate everybody's effort. We have quite a bit to talk about tonight, you guys. Quite a bit to talk about. We're going to be speaking about Pooh Shiesty. Some serious details surrounding his case have been revealed as far as what happened on the scene of the crime, which we've all heard about, as far as how much money Pooh Shiesty was worth when this all happened. You know, all this information has been leaked on the internet. So we're going to be speaking on it tonight, you guys. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in. Steven Rivera, major salute to you on the tap in tonight, bro. Created by Tay. Respect on the tap in. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Kingly, we're going to be talking about it tonight. Seems like a type of situation like that. But I'm about to roll up some red velvet. We're going to get things started, man, in just a few minutes. I hope everybody's twisting up. Got your drinks. Make sure your drinks are poured. Get your Hennessy, your Douce, whatever you're rocking with tonight. You know, if you're rocking with the Ciroc, De Leon, whatever you want to do, man. This ain't drink champs, but I know y'all be sipping. So whatever you're pouring up, get your drinks situated, get your blunts rolled up, your white boys, you know what I mean? Get your white boys rolled up, get your Dutches rolled up, get your backwoods rolled up. And we're going to get things started, man. Yo, I am South Florida. P.S. P.S. I am South Florida. Lived in South Florida for 5 years. Dominated South Florida. Interviewed everybody down there from Rick Ross to Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? I was in the studio with everybody from Smoke Perp to, you know what I mean? Like, I was literally doing my thing in Florida. Gunplay, all the guys from MMG and shit like that. You know, I was grinding out there, Scott Storch's studio. So I got nothing but love for South Florida, man. I made my name out there to a certain extent, but also I've made my name here on the East Coast as well. Only place that's really waiting for me is actually, I would have to say the only place that's actually waiting for me would have to be California. California. I've even made my way out to South by Southwest, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate everybody on the tap in tonight. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. Share this video. You know what I'm saying? Share this video, you guys. Make sure y'all put it on your various forms of social media. Whatever social media you guys have, put it on, you know what I mean? If you're heavy on Instagram, throw it in your story. If you're heavy on Twitter, make a tweet. You know what I'm saying? If you're on Facebook, send it to a couple of your friends on the book. Any type of promotion like that will get us further traction. You know what I mean? Any type of promotion like that will take us a little bit further. It's, I'm one of those type of person that says every viewer counts. In situations like this, that's true, man. Appreciate y'all for smashing that like button as well. But and everybody that tuned in for my interview today that I put out, well, the last few days when I've been putting out the Bizarre interview, the Easy the Block Captain interview, the throwback interviews with Gilly the Kid, Royce the 5'9", I really appreciate everybody tuning in for all of the content, man. It's really an honor to see the reaction that I'm getting from the content, seeing how everybody, respects the content and shit like that. Tonight, we got a couple different things to talk about, though. You know, we've talked about Pooh Shiesty on the channel quite a few times. So I saw some news pop up about him the other day. So I wanted to go over it tonight with you guys. Also, you know, a couple other stories broke, you know, as far as Mase and Betha, or MA$E, however you want to refer to Mase. He's actually going at Puffy. He's actually going at Diddy again. You know what I mean? He's actually going at Diddy again, you guys, and he's using the Oracle, you know, the Oracle diss track that he had actually done a few years back. A few years back, he had done an Oracle diss track aimed at Cameron, pretty much exposing his whole relationship with Cameron, and it got quite a buzz. A lot of people said on that note that Mase had shut Cameron up and their beef kind of ended. And their beef was kind of like, you know what I mean? It was kind of a 1-for-1 thing, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, Perk Gambit, appreciate you for tapping in. Need everybody to hit that like button. Need everybody to share this video, man. Let me continue to get this red velvet rolled up while we get things started here tonight. Apex, salute for you for tapping in the building tonight, man. Major salute. Definitely appreciate it. I'm looking forward to smoking this red velvet out of a J tonight. That's right, you guys. I'm back on the pre-rolls. I'm back on the raw papers. Appreciate everybody tapping in. I know you guys wanted to hear the lyrics from the song. You know what I mean? I had to go through and listen to the track. You know, Mase was going crazy, man, talking about I can burn bridges, walk water like the prophets did. I can read futures like astrologists. Well, I'm so clean. I'm the next thing to godliness. Mase was going in on this record, you guys. And we're going to go over the lyrics tonight, man. I'm not the one that's supposed to work for him. You supposed to teach culture, Pete. Yeah, we're going to get into it all tonight, man. Okay, Joseph, you're smoking on some sour. All right. Well, that's good. That's a good strand to be smoking on to go over these Mase lyrics tonight, man. I was listening to the record today, you know, because the fact that Mase came on the Oracle, it showed me that he's got a plan for this shit. You know what I mean? He's actually using the Oracle as a base, you know what I mean? As actual a base to tell his truths, to actually tell his truths on the internet, you guys. Salute my guy Bonds is in the building. Major salute to you. Boom. Massini says Mase saved bad boy. All topics we're going to be going over tonight, man. We're pretty much going to be exploring the whole relationship of Mase and Betha, from Murder Mase to MA$E to Mase and Betha. We're going to be exploring all of it on his runs with Bad Boy, man. Wow, it's just crazy how Mase has such throwback lyrics about selling shit. I'm a big Mase guy, y'all. I'm a big Mase guy. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit that like button. Share this video, man. Just share this video for real, man. Let's get it out there with more people. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the content. Make sure the content continues to reach. We got to talk about Pooh Shiesty tonight. Some interesting details about Pooh Shiesty. Some interesting details about Pooh Shiesty dropped that I want to go over. So I actually got that queued up. I think that'll be our first topic tonight. Yep, we got that queued up, man. James Brown, what's going on? Militant says Mase is a hypocrite because he jerked Fabio and JD. Well, I don't know too much about Mase's dealings with Fabio. You know what I mean? I never really heard the news that Fabio was getting put on by Mase. I heard the little rumors about the $5,000 or some bullshit like that, but I'd never really seen Fabio being brought into the game by Mase. I feel like if that was the case, it would have been a lot different. Furthermore, I hadn't even heard rumblings of Mase messing with Fabio in a similar fashion that I heard to Nas messing with Dave East. So I really never put Mase and Fabio together in that format. I mean, look at Fabio right now. He has a big record with Kanye West and Alicia Keys. You know what I'm saying? He's got a big record out right now, and I don't think he needs any big homie treatment, to be honest with you. I don't think he needs all that, you know. But if Mase has him locked up in a contract, I mean, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research in regard to that, man. But I haven't heard anything in regard to Mase actually having a contract on Fabio Foreign. You would think Mase would be in a better position if that was the case, rather than sitting here going after Diddy, talking about you know what I mean? Talking, yeah, exactly. Fabio Foreign is winning right now. I think if Mase still had a relationship with Fabio, Mase would be not responding here. You know what I mean? I don't think Mase would be jumping on tracks and dissing Diddy if his money was in the right position. There's several lyrics on this track that actually lead me to believe that, like, why are you going to check for me if you don't got to check for me? You know, like I'm going to get into it a little bit deeper in a few minutes when we actually go over the lyrics. But you know what I mean? If you're just going to act like that, like every time somebody is going to come and check for you, you know what I mean, that they got to have a check for you, that's kind of ridiculous, man. It's like you can't really live your life thinking like that. And a lot of people in the music industry do. You know, they just wait around, waiting for a handout, wait around, waiting to get a check from somebody. Militant says, but Mase says he doesn't own none of his publishing. It's definitely his bad boy publishing. You know, man, we're going to talk about it tonight as we go over these lyrics. What up, AP9? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Major salute for you tapping in tonight. Major salute to everybody for tapping in. Main event. What's going on with you, man? Appreciate you for tapping in. Got a couple different topics tonight. Yeah, there we go. There we go. What's everybody smoking on tonight, man? What's everybody smoking on tonight? Yeah, boom. That's another thing we're going to be talking about. Mase would have been hard on G-Unit. Diddy hated to see Mase with Fifth, so he blocked that deal. Yep, that's another major situation tied in. The fact that Mase had other places to go. You know what I mean? Mase had other moves to make. You know, Mase had other opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He had opportunities on the table, but Diddy seemingly blocked those deals when he put a uncomfortably high number on the contract of Mase, $2 million to 50 Cent. Now, big difference between Cameron allegedly selling Joel Santana's contract to Def Jam for $2 million and Mase being taken from Bad Boy to G-Unit. Why is there so much of a difference? Joel Santana was hot at that point in time. You know what I mean? Joel Santana was actually hot at that point in time. Whereas, you guys, Mase was sitting on a record label for several years. Mase was sitting on a label for several years, you guys, collecting dust. You know what I mean? Mase was sitting on Bad Boy, not releasing any albums. Mase was pretty much dry on Bad Boy since Double Up, if we're being 100% real. You know, I understand he came back with Breathe, Stretch, Shake, Breathe. I understand he came. I even copped the album. You know what I mean? I even copped the Welcome Back album. You know what I mean? I'm a big Mase guy. I actually chilled with Mase. I kicked it with Mase in the studio for about an hour or so. You know, just cool, kicking it, talking game, bringing up the fact that I wanted to do an interview with him. I had him sold on the interview, never ended up happening. A story for another blog. But yeah, man, you know, Mase had a lot of situations on the table going back to that question about G-Unit. But, you know, 50 just was reluctant to pay such a heavy price for Mase. You know what I mean? When 50 could really go and, you know, break a new artist for that amount of money, or, you know what I mean, without having half of the hassle, probably break an artist for half of that amount of money. I mean, what is Gucci Man saying every day when he goes on to Instagram? Gucci Man usually says, I have $1 million. I have $1 million to sign a new artist. So the fact that, you know what I mean, you can't put nothing by that fact that Diddy knows Mase is a credible act, though. You know, Mase is an act that would save a record label, just like Mase is saying in the Oracle, too. How when Big passed away, he came to get Mase. That's one of Mace's biggest things that he's saying on this track, the Oracle 2, you guys. Mase, what Mase is doing on these Oracle records, these diss tracks, is he's actually writing what he believes the history to be, and he's telling it, just like you're reading it from a book. You know, we're going to get into some of it tonight, you guys. Actually, we're going to get into all of it. I've got pretty much every line from the record, besides a few that I could not actually understand. Boom, boom. Let's not discredit what Diddy and Mase did and what Mase was credited for back then. It was quite obvious that Mase was the more talented of the two. Nobody thought that Diddy was more talented than Mase when we were hearing More Money, More Problems. You know what I mean? Nobody out there was really thinking that. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe it was Biggie actually writing those lyrics. From what I'd been told, it was Biggie writing the lyrics for Puff. You know, Puff was actually going to be Big's artist. You know, Big was going to take Puffy on as an artist. That was what they were talking about. I mean, Puff was a smooth guy. You know what I mean? Puff was a smooth guy. He almost had pretty much the same charms as Mase. But, you know, Mase is just one of a kind. As 50 said, Mase isn't worth $2 million with $2 million in his pockets. You know what I'm saying? Mase was just an eccentric type of dude. You know what I mean? Somebody that you could not help but be, you know, captivated by watching him. You know what I'm saying? Even in his later days working with G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to him making a second run, this time more along the lines of the Murder Mase guy. George McCarthy, 24 hours to live. What would you do? I'd probably make a blog, smoke a blunt, and hit up the strip club, my dude. Mac 10, what I'm smoking. I never heard of it, bro, but it sounds like a heavy strand. Salute to Mac 10. You know, I actually had Hot Boy Turk. Speaking on when Mac 10 signed with Cash Money Records a few months ago when I had interviewed Turk. Dope conversation. You know what I mean? I'd always wondered a little bit about Mac 10's association, especially since Turk actually worked with him. You know, so I used the opportunity for the interview that I did with Turk to actually speak on that. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We have 3 major topics that we're speaking on tonight. Of course, you all know I'm your host, Mikey T, the movie star. Wack 100 seems to be co-signing the fact that 6ix9ine is broke. You know what I mean? He seems to be co-signing the fact that 6ix9ine is broke. 6ix9ine, I guess he's involved with some cases, but besides the fact that he's involved with some cases where he will have to pay out some money, or unless he already has, the fact of the matter is 6ix9ine's money is slowing up. The fact of the matter is 6ix9ine's streams have slowed up. Now, whether they want to, you know, make up excuses or not, we haven't been releasing music because of the fact that, he's going through cases and we want to make it look like he's broke so he doesn't have to pay as much money. If that's the whole angle that they're going with, which is what most do, that's whatever. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, 6ix9ine's momentum is drying up regardless. 6ix9ine's momentum has dried up. You can go on his YouTube channel and you can see that the momentum is gone. The fact that he first released a music video when he got out that did 500 million views. His second video with Nicki Minaj couldn't even do, it only did just about more than half of that. 272 million views. Maybe it's up to 300 million views by now, but I'm just being real. If you look up to his most recent music video, the man is struggling to do 100 million views. He's struggling to do 100 million views on YouTube. Now, these amount of views for certain artists, it's a dream come true. But to go from 585 million views to 85 million views, it says something. It says something, you guys. So whether they're trolling or whether they're making a joke about him being broke, whatever they're doing in regard to that, the fact of the matter is 6ix9ine's momentum is slowing down drastically. It's like when a train is going really fast and they pull the brakes and you start to see all that steam come up and you hear that noise. The momentum of 6ix9ine has severely been altered, you guys. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that because Wack, whether he was trolling or he was being serious, going to the extent of saying that he had to send 6ix9ine $20, going to the extent that he said he had to send 6ix9ine $20. First of all, I don't even think $20 would do anything for one of those vehicles' gas. You know what I mean? I don't think $20 would affect one of those gas tanks. Would it be an eighth of a tank of gas? I guess you only need an eighth of a tank to get to the gas station. Boom in the building. I need everybody to hit that like button. I need everybody to share this video. I need everybody, if you're not subscribed to this video, subscribe right now. I am Mikey T, the movie star. I'm pretty much the hottest blogger in the game. I'm more than a blogger, you guys. I'm a hip-hop influencer. I've been doing interviews for 12 plus years, y'all. Tonight, we're covering hip-hop news. Sometimes I'm on here doing watch-alongs from my best interviews. Sometimes I'm on here actually sharing some of my older interviews, releasing new interviews like with Bazaar, like with Easy the Block Captain. So please, if you haven't, subscribe to this channel right now, man. Addy, the momentum of having 10 plus records on the Billboard chart. The momentum of having 10 plus records on the Billboard chart. Will he ever get that back? Because of what he did, the simple answer is no. We don't need to have a long, drawn-out discussion about it. He will not get it back. People have already seen what type of guy he is. You know what I mean? People have already seen what measures he will go to get back to this. When you go, it's like, it's kind of like being cool. You know what I mean? In school. You know what I mean? The guy who's cool in school, he usually, he lets things slide off of him. You know what I mean? He's usually, the guy who doesn't really care about much. He's usually the guy who doesn't worry about shit. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, that guy's cool. It's like he doesn't have a worry in the world. 6ix9ine was so worried about getting back to the real world, getting back to his Instagram live to jump in front of 2 million people that he didn't care if he had to be a snitch to do it. The only thing is, the fact that he had to snitch to do it, they're going to be there once, twice, 3 times, maybe 4. But where are they now? Everybody's dipping back. Everybody's listening to Lil Durk. Everybody's listening to NBA Youngboy. One thing is the music just didn't hold up. The music just didn't hold up without him having a certain group of writers alongside him. So maybe this is one free tip. I mean, you got to go back to the way that he used to do things, like when he was doing Blood Walk and he had the energy of everybody around like that. But I imagine he's not allowed to be around felons, but I'm sure Wack 100 as his manager can put him around a certain group of people. Like we've heard the rumors of a NBA YoungBoy song, but I'm not really going to talk about that tonight. I feel like that's a concept for its own video, Yep, George. Yep, that's another thing 6ix9ine did. He jumped on the Nelk boys. Steve will do it. Major salute to Steve will do it. I'll tell you, that guy really knows how to put together a lifestyle experience, man. When I watch his videos, I'm just enamored. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, yo, I got to roll up. Then I'm like, all right, I'm definitely watching another video. But yeah, the Nelk boys are definitely cool. 6ix9ine lined up with them a little bit. Why? Because they do multi-million views. They do 25, they do 11 million views, 10 million views. Steve Will Do It's doing 3 to 5, 6 million views on all of his videos. Those are the type of videos that you want to have promotion on, so you can't blame him, because he actually linked up with Murda Murphy, who actually is an associate of one of my past friends who passed away, Cousin Todd. Cousin Todd was actually working with Murda Murphy back in the day when we all lived in Florida. He always wanted to introduce me to Murda Murphy. He might have introduced me one time, back in the day. So, that group right there, they're just really popping. The whole South Florida scene is just really popping right now. I mean, shit, when I was down there, look at the Bubble and Kodak Black. You know what I mean? Steve Will Do It turned what he's doing into a multi-million-dollar organization, all from, shotgunning beers to then sitting with the former president of the United States. You can see success coming up, man. Let me see. Yeah, the dunk. Yeah, the dunk that he gave him was lit. Yo, Team League Dutch, appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. We're about to get into the topics. I got 3 main topics. Do y'all want me to get a microphone? Do I need to get like a microphone in here so y'all can take my show a little bit more serious? Because that's what some of my friends were telling me. They're like, Mikey T, you're going to need to get a microphone. And we need a bottle of Bel Air Blue for every single night that we do the show. But that was actually my addition. But yeah, shout out to that dunk. Shout out to that dunk that Steve Will Do It gave to Kodak Black, man. What a blessing. What a blessing to actually, you know what I mean? Somebody to do something like that for somebody. Appreciate you, KK West. Appreciate you, man. Team League Dutch. Appreciate everybody in here tapping in. I need y'all to subscribe if you haven't subscribed tonight. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to get into the Mase diss? Should we cover the Wack 100 6ix9ine story? Oh, no, you guys. Okay. Perfect. Loud and clear. Don't need a mic. YR Randall, appreciate you. No, the show is good as it is. Team League says you're good. George says looks more professional if you can afford the upgrade. Smoking on that premium. Hell yeah, man. Smoke on that good, y'all, and let's enjoy the show. We're going to get things started with the Pooh Shiesty topic, you guys, because, we had been talking about that for a few months now. We've been talking about Pooh Shiesty for several months, y'all, and No Jumper actually posted some of the text. Salute to Adam22. That's my guy. Never met him in person. I'm just, into his work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about his OnlyFans shit. I'm talking about the shit on No Jumper, although the plug talk is dope. So the court documents highlight that the shooting incident allegedly went down over a few $100 drug deal for personal use. And that Shiesty, whose real name is whatever his real name is, I don't need to read it out loud here, had $40,912 in cash on him at the time. Wow. So this is pretty average though, you guys. Sometimes somebody going to buy something and they're a big superstar rapper guy, they're going to have like 40 bands on them when they're going to buy $600 worth of chronic. You know what I mean? It ain't no thing really. So So they said he had $40,912 in cash on him at the time. With that said, the government wants this court to believe that Mr. Williams, with a net worth of $3,449,446, planned a robbery, then committed a robbery, and then shot a known drug dealer who knew him well and could easily identify him, the docs read. There is no evidence of Mr. Williams' involvement. I guess that is, yes, that is Pooh Shiesty. There is no evidence of Mr. Williams' involvement in a robbery. There is no audio or even text discussing a robbery. No drugs or weapons were seized or recovered by law enforcement from Bay Harbor. There are no cooperators in this case. There are no statements of co-defendants. All right, so we got this serious situation right here. Now, the only question I have is, didn't they already agree to plead guilty? Didn't they actually already agree to plead guilty in the whole situation? Is this just the lawyer actually presenting this information before sentencing? Okay, yes, that's what it must be, because of the fact that they pled guilty to one of 4 charges. So now they've got 3 charges out of the way, you guys, which is brilliant. You know what I mean? Because the man was facing 20 years on each charge. And like I said, the way that this is reading out, I feel like if Pooh Shiesty didn't catch that case in King of Diamonds, he would have wiped the floor with this case, you guys. Pooh Shiesty would have beat the crap. He would have beat the shit out of this case. Listen to it. They say there was no weapons seized. There's no cooperators in the case. There's no drugs. There's no audio or even text discussing the situation. So there's a whole lot of hearsay in this situation. Now if somebody was going to take the blame for Pooh Shiesty, this would kind of be the perfect situation for that. I don't know if somebody could still come up. I imagine somebody could still, in the next month, because I know when's sentencing for this, you guys? May, or is it this month? Now, if Pooh Shiesty's lawyer gets one of the other guys to basically admit further guilt, they could possibly get Pooh Shiesty out of this situation on like a serious legal loophole right there. You know what I mean? I don't even know if it would work like that, but the more shit that you have in your defense, the more it looks better. If Pooh Shiesty in this situation, what the lawyer is making you to believe is like, okay, so you're trying to say that Pooh Shiesty tried to rob this dude for a couple $100 worth of weed when he has a net worth of $3.4 million in his bank account? Is it not likely that somebody else with Pooh Shiesty, maybe even, was the culprit in this situation? One of Pooh Shiesty's homies who doesn't have 3.4 million was like, yo, this is a come up for me. I'm fitting to get me a half P of some work. You know what I mean? Dude thinks it's sweet. I'm going to take it. I'm going to run off this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? It could have been a situation like that where Pooh Shiesty didn't even know what was happening, you guys. He's like, Pooh Shiesty's coming out of his hotel, waiting on his valet. His man done met up with somebody coming up the block. And you know what I mean? I'm just saying, any of these different type of situations could have played out. It seems really tricky what happened here, man. And it seems like Pooh Shiesty is getting the short end of the stick just because he was there. I got a feeling if he never caught that case in King of Diamonds, he would have beat this whole case flawless. All the charges dismissed, because it just seems kind of ridiculous, man. But when you're the guy in the public eye, when you're the guy in the public light, you're the one that matters when you're on the video camera, even if there's no audio. You know what I mean? It matters when they see you pull up in your McLaren, or whatever kind of whip it was. That's what matters. You know what I mean? The biggest name that was there. And now they're all going to have to, now they're going to have to sit up. So that's why I say in other cases, like we saw in the Notorious movie, with Biggie and D-Rock, when they got hit with the ratchet. What are they both going to go sit up? You know what I mean? What are they both going to go sit up? No, no. One of them is going to take the time. You know what I mean? When you got a brother situation like that. But it's got to be a really tight situation. You know what I mean? It's not going to really. You just bring somebody to California with you or Miami with you. They are not doing that shit with you, man. I got a couple homies, though, that be riding for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Not even saying that I would ever even put them in a situation like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's a lot less crazy when we take weed from somebody, I'll tell you that much. Anytime I ever took weed from somebody, it never ended up like this. I remember one time I just walked up to somebody, shook hands with him, turned around, jumped in the car and drove away. Sometimes it just works out as easily as that. You know what I mean? Lamont Smith says he tricked himself off the streets. Yeah, man. It's really bullshit what happened with Pooh Shiesty, man. Getting involved. But I mean, we see it happen a lot, man. Look at what happened with YFN Lucci. Sometimes I'm not trying to put anybody under the bus. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's the company you keep, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's the company you keep, because I got a feeling guys like YFN Lucci, guys like Pooh Shiesty, these guys had bigger things on their mind. I mean, I'm talking about photo shoots. I'm talking about music videos. I'm talking about their next feature. You know what I mean? I don't look at them like they're the type of people who are thinking about their next crime or their next criminal activity or beating somebody for some weed, or you know what I mean, or beating somebody for a car payment or something like that. But like I said, I'm a hopeful type of guy. You know what I mean? I keep it positive as well. El Capitan, what is going on? Just going over the Pooh Shiesty situation. A lot more details revealed. Apparently, it was just a deal worth a mere few $100s. And that's why they're kind of making it seem like, why would Pooh Shiesty even do something in regard to that? Pooh Shiesty is a man worth over $3 million. Why would he involve himself in something so petty? I think that somebody should be able to see the common sense in this, you guys. I would hope that these people making determinations based on somebody's life when it comes to going to jail for a year or years or a decade, a half a decade, I would hope these people who are in charge of making these decisions, who go to college for a decade, who go to college for so many years and then study for so many extra years to be in a position to make these decisions, I hope that they would be able to make them better than just, oh, he got this, he gets that. They need to be able to read into things further. I don't think Pooh Shiesty wanted any of this to happen, man. Yo, we about to get into it. Mahol and Banks, we about to get into it. Rich the Plug, what's popping? We're about to get into it. Mase, free Pooh Shiesty, though. Free AR Rab, free Fujiano, free Dark Low, free all the men. Free, you know what I mean? Free Fat Trell. You know what I'm saying? Free Max B. Free all these guys that I'm actually affiliated with in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about Mase, man. Let's talk about Mase dissing Diddy. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Mase going at Diddy again, you guys. So Mase is back with the Oracle 2. And this is actually a follow-up to the Cameron diss where he exposed the whole situation with Cameron and, their early life and shit like that. But now it looks like Mase has decided to take shots at his former CEO and best friend. I mean, the best friend card is used a little bit lightly when it comes to Diddy and when it comes to Mase. Growing up as a kid, when I would hear from my friends, you always heard that Biggie and Puff were like best friends. This is what I was told from a young age. You know what I mean? Shoe shopping together, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Grinding from a young age and shit like that. Not literally, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about the young age of getting in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Big past at a very young age, you guys. these dudes were considerably young getting into this shit together. Big was like in his early 20s when he was doing this major rapping and shit. That is young. I rock with Mason Cam. Yup. Nah, Gotti. That ain't only, bro. That ain't only. I predicted Dirk would do 120,000 units. I don't know if you remember, bro. Free BG. Free BG. Yeah, man. Let's get into this shit, though, man. This whole Mase and Diddy situation, it's such a long time coming, you guys. The Mase and Diddy situation, I need everybody to share this video. Share this video, y'all. Let's go. Mikey T, the movie star, is here. I'm the hip-hop influencer. I'm the king of the bloggers. Hope y'all have been enjoying my interview content that I've been releasing over the last 10 years. But yeah, so Mase said in the hook, there was a hook where he was like, we ain't gang, we ain't goals, we ain't family, we ain't foes, and we definitely not bros, we ain't nothing. Now, the whole bros situation, you know, even though we saw these guys in music videos together, you know what I mean? Even we saw these guys, you know, putting their heads back up against each other and smiling with one another. You know what I mean? You got the vibe that it was more of a business type of situation with Diddy when he was dealing with these guys. You know what I mean? Because of the way that he, you know, put the locks on. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way that he put all these dudes on, you kind of got the idea that it was a business situation. And this was before the days of him doing the making the band shit, you guys. You know what I mean? This is before the days of him wearing the suit and standing with all the artists, you know what I mean, on that type of level where you really knew it was about the music. You know, you kind of got that idea, you know, even for somebody who didn't really know too much about the background of when Diddy came into the game as a intern, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. I predicted 120 on Lil Durk. I predicted 120 on Lil Durk. Boom says Mase was just business for Diddy, like most of Diddy's artists were. You know, Diddy and Mase, you know, that was like supposed to be Diddy's next big artist. Mase goes over it in the song about how he was called on to be the front man after Big died. You know what I'm saying? Mase actually addresses that in the song. And honestly, I don't think that Diddy ever had another frontman as good as Mase. I mean, we're going to go over it tonight. We've seen the likes of Black Rob, rest in peace. Black Rob really raised the roof, if you will, with Like Whoa. You know what I mean? G Dep had a little bit of a wave with Special Delivery. The band came out and sold 200,000+ units in a week. Shine. Not so much success with the units moved, but he made a definite impact when it came to actually putting out videos on MTV. Look at all the videos that he had. That's Gangsta, Bonnie and Shine. You know what I'm saying? Hell, well, that was Def Jam when he actually released a music video from behind the wall. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Craig Mack as well, man. 112. Loon. Exactly. Loon. I need everybody to share this video. Let them know Mikey T, the movie star, is in here kicking some knowledge. And we're talking about some hip-hop news tonight, you guys. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in. I'm going to put a poll up because I want to know, what do you guys want to talk about first? Which topic first? I got to know, y'all. I'm asking the community's opinion. We do polls in here every night on different things, but I need to know right now. What's up, the Plug 500? Appreciate you. Yeah, 112 was lit, man. Even it was interesting when Diddy had 112 do the record with Mobb Deep. Facts, Mikey. RIP to Black Rob. I need everybody to hit that poll right now. Let me know which topic you want to start off with. I actually just read out some of the information about Pooh Shiesty, who had actually been locked up. He's facing one serious count right now where he's going to be going up for sentencing. And I'm not sure of the actual date of sentencing. When that happens, we will let you guys know. I need everybody to share this video. Let's get 200 people in here tonight. Let's go. We have the hottest news. All right, it looks like we're going to start off with the Wack 100 on 6ix9ine, because Wack was on Clubhouse pretty much talking about the whole thing of 6ix9ine being broke. Reports had broken. Reports had actually broken. I want to say it was allhiphop.com that broke the reports of 6ix9ine being broke and shit like that. All Hip Hop reports a lot of the dopest news first. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call exclusive. Now everybody on Clubhouse is talking about this, including Wack 100. So Wack 100, right? The guy who took on management from 6ix9ine, now he's managing somebody that's broke. Where does this all add up, you guys? Where does this add up with, you know what I'm saying? Wack 100 managing a broke artist. Now, from just judging a book by its cover, I guess, or, looking from the outside in, however you want to say it, I would have thought 6ix9ine paid Wack 100 to be his manager. A lot of times you have to pay management. They make stuff off of your proceeds. They make shit off of your sales. As you know, Wack 100 now was on the same stream on Clubhouse with my boy Death of the Clout Chaser, Big Chuck, several other people, and he was saying that 6ix9ine was streaming 2 to 3 million. He said he still streamed 2 to 3 million. Yeah, I bet on that YouTube page he still streamed 2 to 3 million. And what is that? About a 96% decrease? Lamont Smith says, how is he broke? He's got assets. 100% facts, Lamont. And how is Wack joking about giving him $20 for gas when putting $20 in one of his vehicles probably would fill it up to like an eighth of a tank? What's half of an eighth? A 16th? Danny Gray says, why is Wack pocket watching? Well, that's his artist, bro. And I was thinking that Wack actually had a reasoning for managing him. But in all honesty, maybe 6ix9ine did pay Wack to be his manager, or Wack did make some business moves to prove to 6ix9ine that he could be his manager, that he made money on. Like there was all that shit about him making X amount of money. And maybe now he feels sorry for him, because in this conversation, you'll hear, I'm going to recite it. I'm going to talk about it, give my thoughts on it. But Wack 100 says it's a very, very sad situation that he's broke. This man is a rat. He's a rat. Why is it a sad situation that he's broke? He did it to himself. You could troll all you want about 6ix9ine. You control all you want about 6ix9ine being broke, and 6ix9ine this and that, because of the fact that he's got to pay some court cases. So you can try to make it look as sweet as you want to make it look. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, the fact of the matter is 6ix9ine sales are dipping. 6ix9ine streams are dipping. 6ix9ine's success has continued to lag. So they can joke around and troll about this all they want while they get what are they trying to do? They're trying to get, marked down on the dollar from whatever judgment is about to be made, to where they owe money, or if the judgment's already been made and now he's screwed up, but they're trying to make it look sweet, y'all. Lamont says, we all seen this coming. We all seen, yeah, it's without a doubt. You know what I mean? It was without a doubt coming. 6ix9ine didn't really capitalize on what happened. He had the one record, I think, with Nicki Minaj. Whatever that record was called, it actually went to number 1 on Billboard. And after that, it was kind of like kaput, kapew, you through. You know what I'm saying? Let me do what I'ma do. Kaput, kapew, you through. I'm going to make a shirt of that. Kaput, kapew, you through. Schizo says maybe this is payback from the universe. Well, I mean, I really don't know how long he thought he could keep the act up. They think that, aligning themselves with NBA Youngboy is going to be the saving grace. But in all honesty, I don't know if NBA Youngboy is even going to do that. We saw NBA Youngboy trolling that he was going to jump on the Island Boys. You know what I'm saying? We saw him trolling that he was going to jump on the Island Boys remix, and those Island Boys have actually been waiting ever since. They done pushed stop on their career. And let me tell you, no matter what happens to you in this industry, you can never push stop on your career, you guys. I'm always releasing consistent material. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe right now. Share this video. Everybody share this video. Subscribe to the channel. We need to get 200 people in here. Let's go. Boom says Wack is trying to stimulate any kind of buzz to get business popping again for him. Like you said, nobody is really talking about 6ix9ine till now. Yeah, man. Ever since his album came out and they decided to switch up the sales system, because we'll talk about this in just a second because merchandising is brought up. But when they decided to flip the script on him and say your merch cannot be a part of your sales, so now you're going to be bumped to a third of what you originally thought you were going to sell, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy, you guys, because honestly, 150,000 for 6ix9ine wouldn't have done it for me. You know what I mean? I would have had to seen 6ix9ine move over 200,000 units first week to go along with those numbers. I mean, look at Lil Durk. Look at Lil Durk, you guys. 120,000 units, just like I predicted. I predicted that one the other day, but 120,000 units, and he doesn't do 500 million streams on a single. I mean, yeah, they did a bunch of streams on Back in Blood, but let's just be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. King Kong was popping. Appreciate you tuning in, man. No one is really talking about him anymore. And now Snoop bought Death Row. He won't get in anything. Yeah, man. Snoop bought Death Row. Major salute to Uncle Snoop. I'm still waiting on my Death Row chain, big bro. I think I'd be the best Death Row A&R. Let Snoop Dogg know Mikey T, the movie star, would be the best A&R. And salute to the Nelk boys, and Steve will do it, man. Salute to those guys. So Wack 100 said that he is broke as a mother. Wack 100 finally spoke on 6ix9ine being broke. He pretty much co-signed it. I'm not really sure what these two guys have worked out. I'm not really sure, you guys. How does it make somebody look cool to look broke? Like, I'm not really sure where this works into their promotion scheme. You know what I mean? So we're supposed to think this guy is cool because he's broke. You know, they're trying to play the whole okay, we're gonna go bankrupt card. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going that route, man. We ain't going that route here. But let's get into it. So Wax said he is broke as a mother. That dude 6ix9ine doesn't have nothing. He is over there doing bad. I had to send him $20 for gas. Now that I can't believe. Right off the bat, like, I can't believe that. Like, that's an obvious troll. You know what I mean? It's a complete obvious troll. Like, $20 for gas wouldn't even get 6ix9ine anywhere. Like, let's just be 100% real. Can we please be 100% real? Like, that's an obvious troll. It's like, is he broke or are you joking? Like, are you joking? Because, like, honestly, if you're joking about him being broke, then it's not going to look good for him in the end either way. You know, because then you're just going to be making his situation look like it could be shattered, like looking like his situation is a glass jaw. You know what I mean? So that doesn't help, going on Clubhouse and trolling and laughing about him being broke and having to send him $20. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, $20, like, that would fill a common car, like a Malibu or something like that. Put a half a tank of gas in, you know what I mean, like a Ford. You know what I'm saying? But to 6ix9ine, the only vehicle 6ix9ine has, and we saw him pull up to a gas station a few weeks ago or whatever. He drives in these luxury, extravagant sports cars where if you put $20 in it, it's going to put like a sliver. It's going to put like a 16th of a tank. So that's just an obvious troll, man. That's, yeah, King Kong. Yeah. So I'm saying if he's actually getting in a situation where they're coming for his money, it's not good to joke around about this. Like, what? Gallo says, I think he might have money issues, but Wack is a troll, so he's going to violate on the low. I see what you're saying there. Like sometimes when your friend is going through a situation, you can bid on him. You know what I mean? You can make fun of him. You can make light of the situation, and you guys will laugh about it together. You know what I mean? 6ix9ine's like, why are you talking about me like that? He's like, yo, man, I'm just doing my 1-2s, man. We just having a laugh. So, yeah, you could be right. Yep. I definitely saw that, Banks. I definitely saw that. So Wack continued on. He said, that's why we were telling the people there ain't really nothing we can do for you right now because he's broke. There ain't really nothing we can do for you right now because he's broke. It's effing terrible. Such a sad thing to see such a talented young man. So as Wack was saying this, the people in the clubhouse were actually saying that he's trolling. And I'm just wondering, like, why is Wack saying it's effing terrible? Such a sad thing to see such a talented young man. Now, I mean, if they built a relationship to where it's kind of more than music now, which it doesn't seem like that to me, but if they built a relationship like that to where it's like, you know, he cares about him, then yeah, I could see why he's saying this. You're considerate. You're like, damn, you watch somebody for hours and see how they've built their talent. I could see why he's saying this. But yo, we're talking about the dude who we all actually heard testifying on the stand. There was leaked audio of 6ix9ine testifying on the stand. How is this terrible? This is called karma. This is what was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is some Goodfellas shit right here. You know what I mean? When you go on witness protection, this is what's supposed to happen. Shit gets dry. Shit gets dry out there when you're on witness protection. The walls start closing in on you. Shit starts to feel grim. Just my thoughts, man. Just my thoughts. The plug says, nah, you wrong, Mikey. 6ix9ine's fan base don't care about right or wrong. If they did, then he wouldn't have a fan base after he snitched. Well, man, I don't know if you're just tapping into plug. Actually, I don't think you are. But I was pretty much going over the fact that he had 2 million people. 2 million people in his live stream. 500 million people watching his video. And after that, how many people showed up to buy the album? 50,000 people. So what fan base is that? You definitely didn't hear me on here talking about his fan base. His fan base has become so depleted that his album, the album that he put out when he got indicted, actually sold more than his new release. And the biggest fame, the biggest clout he ever had was when he got out of jail that first time and everybody was waiting. And he got 2 million live viewers. That was the biggest clout that he had, you guys. He does have a YouTube. Yeah, he actually does have a YouTube, Xavier. But I was kind of speaking on the fact that he, you know, at one point, 6ix9ine actually did 500,000 views. 500,000. 500 million views. But his latest video is struggling to get over 100 million views. So it shows you how much of his audience has actually depleted. All right. So as I said, the people in the clubhouse were telling Wack that he was trolling. Wack was actually doing a bit of laughing. Share this video, everybody. Let's go. Let's get 200 people in here. Hit that like button. Share this video, you guys. Just share the video, man. Share the video. Let's go. Let them know the hip-hop influencer Mikey T is in here tonight talking about real shit. So Wack said, you asked me a question. I'm answering the questions. I mean, Donald Trump said that he was broke several times. We've seen other people do the bankruptcy thing. We've seen other people, do situations where they claim they're broke so they don't have to pay certain people off. Shit that I'm not really going to bring up right now because I'd rather not. But we've seen situations like that where people have to, pretty much pretend that they're not making any money. We've seen that bullshit play out right in front of our very eyes, man. And now it looks like we're going to see it happen again. Now it seems like we're going to see it happen again. Yep. So Wack said it's in the blogs. So everybody was pretty much cracking up about this situation. Wack said it's in the blogs. 6ix9ine tells the judge he is broke. Sad thing for nephew to lose it all. He don't got nothing to been living in that little spot. So apparently he was living in a little spot. A couple of the people were like, yeah, he was staying at the Red Roof Inn, the Red Roof Plus. I'm not too sure what the Red Roof Plus is, guys, to be 100% honest with you. I don't think I would ever want to stay at a Red Roof Inn, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I was in 6ix9ine situation. I'll tell you, sometimes I'd be on the road, you know what I mean? Traveling, Philly, DC, Florida, and shit. I don't really like to stay in little rundown hotels like that, man. That ain't my shit. If anything, what you should do, let me just tell y'all what the lick is really. What y'all really should do is go get one of them little pamphlets at one of the rest stops and find like the Marriott hotel for $100 or for $75. If that's what you're going to do, if you're going to go stay at the Red Roof Inn, you might as well go stay at the Marriott for a little $75. Like, come on, man. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, King Kong says Wack is bullshitting. Yeah, man. A lot of people are saying that Wack is trolling. Wack continue on. 6ix9ine done went broke. It's over with. Someone asked, how did it go? Wack said they was ordering him to pay something. He had to pay something, and we had to let them know he's barely making money to survive off of. He can't pay you if he has to pay for the Rolls Royce. Really? So he is joking. You got the $20. You got the Rolls Royce. So you're going to continue paying for the Rolls Royce even though you can't afford it. Somebody's going to put an end to that shit real quick if that's a real statement right there. You know what I mean? And I don't even know why you put that shit out there for somebody to zero in on. But you know what, man? There is a type of thing where you could put vehicles in other people's names. There's a type of thing where you can do there's all types of loopholes you can do that I'm not interested in. You know what I mean? But other people out there, you know what I mean? Opening up Swiss bank accounts like we're in the Wolf of Wall Street. People do all types of shit to avoid paying money that they rightfully should be paying, whatever the circumstances. So Wack said that they was ordering him to pay something. He had to pay something, and he had to let them know that he's barely making money to survive off of. He can't pay you. He has to pay for the Rolls Royce. And 6ix9ine apparently told the judge, we're about to get into the statement that 6ix9ine made to the judge. Share this video, y'all. What up, Big Steve-O? Appreciate you for Oh shit, my bad. Big Steve Q, appreciate you for tapping in. What up, Black Trunks? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. If anybody's wondering, I'm smoking on some red velvet. Smoking on some red velvet. We're about to get into the Mase lyrics in just a second. Yeah, 6ix9ine said he's going broke, too. Appreciate you, Black Trunks. He said salute to the chat. But yo, the thing is, you know what I mean, Mr. Bucci? The thing about it is, even if they want to joke around about it right now, even if they want to joke around about it right now, you guys, the fact of the matter is the streams are slowing up. But I think Wack should probably have a conversation. I think Wack should really have a conversation with 6ix9ine and be like, listen, our biggest numbers are coming from the streams. I don't think you should be concerned whether you're doing 12 million streams or 120 million streams. That's going to be the biggest thing with 6ix9ine. If he can really just, ball up, sack up, as they say, and take the fact that he's not going to do 600 million streams. He's not going to do 1 billion streams anymore. He's probably more than likely going to do 10 to 15 million streams, right around the same amount that the other artists are doing, if it's not less than that. If the people go any less than that, I don't know what to say, man, at that point. We'll have to wait and see. The future will tell what happens with him. But he's been staying off of YouTube like crazy. So Wack said, so 6ix9ine apparently told the judge, he said, right now I'm struggling to make ends meet. I do not know if I will ever command the kind of advances I was paid before my career stalled. I did receive large advances as a recording artist and merchandising agreements. However, I didn't receive any royalties under those agreements since my royalty accounts remained unrecouped. Now, that's crazy because when he first came out, I believe there was a bundle package with his merchandise and the music that sold 150,000 units. But obviously, if you're getting such a big deal, it's going to be a little bit hard to recoup. When 6ix9ine first got out of jail, we heard him talking about the fact that he made the people sign him. He made the label sign him, and I'm not sure what that label is, if it's 10K or whatever, but he made the label sign him for 13 million is what 6ix9ine said. 6ix9ine said, listen, if you don't sign me right now for 13 million, I am going to sign with somebody else when I get out. This is what 6ix9ine was saying. So now I'm hearing a different number. Now they're saying 15 million. But I had heard 6ix9ine say 13 million. Maybe it did go up to 15. Maybe he was like, well, if you're going to give me 13, you might as well give me 15. Who knows? But let me get back into this. So Wack said he is unrecouped. They only gave him 15 million, Wack said as he laughs. So 15 million could pretty much just be what he's saying, because 13 million pretty much, you rounded up to 15 million. But it's like he's unrecouped. They gave him 15 million. Sometimes these artists can trick the labels, guys. Sometimes these artists who have a big single, these artists who aren't going to be able to make music that the people identify with over and over and over again, like somebody the likes of Lil Durk, who's been making music for the past 10 years successfully. You know what I mean? When an artist like that shows and proves that he has consistency, that's when he can start commanding big, big checks. Like, look what they're allegedly just gave Trippie Redd. Allegedly just gave him $30 million. So he doubled 6ix9ine's deal. How about that, you guys? How about that? He actually doubled 6ix9ine's deal. And everybody for the last year probably thought, or the last about a year and a half ago, probably thought that 6ix9ine was bigger than Trippie Redd. Look who's bigger now, you guys. So yeah, he laughed as he said they only gave him 15 million. Wack continued, listen, it's a sad, sad story. I'm trying to help him out the best I can. The man barely had gas money. I don't know what's going on. He streamed about 2 to 3 million today, but I don't know. I'm going to help him out the best I can. It's a sad, sad story. What do you mean it's a sad, sad story? It's a sad, sad story that he actually ratted everybody out. It's a sad, sad story that he actually put everybody that he dealt with in a predicament where they're not getting out of jail until they're old men. And you're saying it's a bad, bad story about 6ix9ine? Like, that's where I don't understand. Like, is he trolling when he says that? Because you're making all the people, all the real dudes out there who respect you, who look up to you, who just like your advice, you're making all of us think that you're crazy by saying the 6ix9ine case is a sad, sad story. First of all, the man trolled with his music from day one. The man was trolling with his music from day one. It was a facade from day one. If he wasn't trolling from day one, it was a facade from day one. I never seen something like that before. I ignored it at first. I said, oh no, I'm not tapping in with that. I'm not wasting my time clicking on that. That was just me though. That was just me though. You know what I'm saying? That was honestly just me. I wasn't really clicking on it for a certain amount of time, but the kid was so damn consistent. You know what I mean? The kid was so damn consistent that nobody could deny it. Now he got himself caught up in a predicament where he really showed his true colors, where he really had an opportunity to ruin his career. I don't know how long he would have ultimately had to serve. I don't know how long he would have ultimately had to serve. You know what I mean? That made him turn the evidence. But I don't care either, man, because he wasted a lot of our time in all reality, man. He wasted a lot of our time. And now what has he been doing the last 6 months? He's been doing nothing. You know what I mean? So he wasted even more of our time. That's really where I'm going with that. We'll see, though. He said he was supposed to be releasing new music on Steve Will Do It's page. So we'll have to see if they ever release that music video. I could have sworn that they said they were doing one. Yo, D Money, what's popping with you, man? Y'all ready to get into the Mase and Puffy? Xavier, yeah, I don't really believe it, bro. I'm telling you, I don't believe it. These dudes find ways to hide shit, man. It happens in it happens with actors. You know what I mean? It happens with actors, it happens with musicians. You know, there's all types of situations where you don't want people to know how much money exactly you have. All types of people do with that. I mean, if you had seen The Wolf of Wall Street, you would pretty much know. You know what I mean? You pretty much know people go to all measures. They go to all types of measures in order to keep their money hidden. You know what I mean? Traveling, you know what I mean? You know, traveling to actually hide their money and make sure it's in banks that they can't be, you know, taxed on and different shit like that. All different types of shit. You know, whatever type of financial thing, they're like, okay, we got to charge you this amount because you're worth that amount. Anytime it could work against you. But in a lot of cases, it works for you. But yeah, man, we got a great show going on tonight. We got a great show tonight, man. We're about to get into our next topic, man. I actually got the Diddy diss song we're going to be going over, the Oracle Part 2, you guys. I'm hyped for this, man. I'm hyped for this. Whose music, D Money? Whose music are you asking if it's timeless or not? Because we're about to get into an artist that has timeless music. We're about to get into an artist that is a timeless artist. And I'm talking about M.A$E, Mason Betha, Murda Mase, however you want to look at it. Or look at him, I should say. You know what I mean? We've known Mase as from a lot of different monikers. But tonight we're going to get into the Oracle 2. So Mase is back with the Oracle 2, you guys, and this is actually the follow-up. Sorry about that. This is actually the follow-up to the Cameron diss, the Oracle, where he exposed his whole relationship with Cam. So it looks like Mase has decided to take shots at Puff again. What do y'all think about Puffy, the Puffy diss track from Mase? Pastor Mase, yep, Pastor Mase, Mase and Betha. What up, Black Sheep Mafia? Mase kills everyone on the diss tracks, whether he's lying or not. The diss record is entertaining. We're going to go over it, man, bar for bar, actually. Mase came in on his first verse. 1 second. I'm going to put up a poll, you guys. Oh, shit. What is that? Sorry, guys, I messed up the poll real quick. I'm about to get that shit up. We ain't friends, we ain't foes. He's broke now. Can't get no dough. R.I.P. to Razor Ramon. R.I.P. to Razor Ramon, the bad guy. Razor Ramon was a great dude, man. He was a great wrestler, I should say, man. The Outsiders. You know what I'm saying? The Outsiders with Kevin Nash. I'm putting up a poll right now, you guys. I want to know, did Mase get Diddy? Damn it. Keep on messing up the poll. Sorry, guys. I just messed up the poll. My bad. I messed up the poll, bro. I just reposted it. All right, so Mace's diss track was it fire or not? Nah, it was the typing, you guys. Come on now. This is my first J of the show. And I only smoked a J and a blunt before this. Y'all, it's funny, man. Y'all, it's funny. So let's get into it, man. So Mase started it off with we ain't gang, we ain't goals, we ain't family, we ain't foes, and we definitely not bros, we ain't nothing. He said, I can burn bridges and walk water like the prophets did. I can read futures like astrologists. Why I'm so clean, I'm the next thing to godliness. Trying to starve my kids and give money to his firstborn. I'm not the one that's supposed to work for him. So this is actually where other artists have come at Diddy. Other artists have actually come at Diddy about this same issue. The fact that Diddy is living so extravagantly, the fact that Diddy's kids are living so extravagantly, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And they're not, you know what I mean? And they're in a $1,000 a month apartment, or they're only able to afford their kid $1,000 a month apartment to live in. You know what I mean? We're seeing a lot of these situations play out. You know what I mean? And that has more to do with real ownership. You know what I mean? When it comes to actually owning a company and when it comes to working for somebody that owns a company. You know, we see this all the time. I mean, we all live in this same environment and work in these same type of environments ourselves. When you work for somebody that owns a business and you're the worker, you obviously don't have as much money as the person who owns the business. Hell, the people, the kids, look at the WWE as a stamp for this. You got Vince McMahon, you work for Vince McMahon, you're a wrestler that works for Vince McMahon. You get the Undertaker, for instance, he's worth like 100 million or whatever. What's the Undertaker worth? I think the Undertaker's actually worth something arguably good. No, the Undertaker's worth 17 million. $17 million. And the company is worth $5 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to this shit, you guys. Look at that. When I mentioned people's kids being richer than the artist, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Vince's kids richer than the wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you see this type of situation a lot. So Mase coming in, you know, trying to starve my kids and give money to his firstborn. I'm not the one that's supposed to work for him. You're supposed to instead the people that follow you, you teach them treachery. And now you say you check from me without a check from me. So that line got to me as well, you guys, when Mase said, and now you say you check from me without a check from me. Like, Mase is kind of talking about how Diddy would come and check for him over the years. But it's kind of like, okay, just because the man is coming to check for you, coming to check on your well-being, see that you're straight, I don't think it should necessarily mean that you should expect him to have a check for you. Like, that's kind of absurd to me. You know what I mean? That diss, it's not really landing too right, in my opinion. It's kind of making Mase like it's like Mase, it's making me look at Mase in a certain way where it's like every time Mase, you know what I mean? Every time Mase meets up with Diddy, he's expecting Diddy to have a check for him. Like, what kind of shit is that, man? And I'm just being real, man. Like, who the hell goes and meets up with their friend, or let's put it in a better perspective than friend. Who goes to meet up with their former employer? Say you even go to a gathering, like you get invited to the Christmas dinner or something like that. Who gets invited to the Christmas dinner and expects to be given a Christmas bonus when you don't even work for the company anymore? Can't you just enjoy some of the luxuries that come with actually, you know, being a part of the company, being one of the founding people involved with the company? Like, Bad Boy, I don't think it's a publicly traded company where there's stock and it's not like you got, a certain percentage of Bad Boy. It's not working like that. You know what I mean? Now if Mase had worked a little bit harder on his albums, Harlem's World, Double Up, Welcome Back, if he never left the game, maybe he would still have albums that are earning royalties. You know what I mean? If he didn't pack up and leave the game, you guys, and I'm not trying to take away from what Mase did, going and starting church and all that and doing his thing, because every man has their calling. So I'm not going to disrespect him for what he did. But I mean, me as a fan watching, I didn't want Mase to go and become a pastor. You know what I mean? Even DMX, rest in peace, said that he was going to at least do his music career before going off to be a pastor. You know, I just feel that way. Harlem World was banging. Black Sheep, you really like those tracks at the end when Mase and Diddy were actually singing? Those were banging. Maholan. Yeah, and it's funny that most of Mase's hits ended up on the No Way Out album. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like most of Mace's best records, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down would have been great on his album. Instead, we got Feels So Good. Just saying. Just saying, you guys. Sam Dotson, that's what he wants, his royalties. Why not Mikey T? He got his masters making money off of him still. Yeah, like I'm just saying, I think Mace, if he would have focused on being the rapper that Diddy expected him to be, you know what I'm saying? Um, if Mace would have just focused on being the rapper that everybody expected him to be, rather than coming back every year and a half to 2 years and blessing us with a track or a diss track or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But let me see here. Let's get back into it. He said, and now you say you checked for me without a check for me. Know what you talking about. This is murder, double jeopardy. They say let it go. You bugging. I can't let it be. Tell them don't call for me. I can only talk for me. I know what my budget read. I read my budget every week. So I obviously budgets weren't really as forthcoming. You didn't really hear about the budgets as much back then, you know what I'm saying, as you do now, like how they're talking about $15 million, $13 million being given to 6ix9ine. We heard about Chief Keef getting $6 million, all different types of numbers. Trippie Redd getting $30 million. We never really heard much of the budgeting back then. But I did hear right before Mase left that Diddy had given him a multi-million dollar contract, if not multi-millions, over $1 million. And then Mase up and left. That is what I've heard. You know what I mean? That's what I think the general public has actually heard. Why Randall says he had a good voice. Mase wasn't all that nice with the rhymes. He could flow, but his bars weren't amazing. So yeah, I like some of these joints though. Like he said, they say to let it go. You bugging. I can't let it be. Tell them they don't call for me. I can only talk for me. I know what my budget read. I read the budget every week. They've been trying to dangle money. They didn't think I'd ever leave. They've been trying to dangle money. They didn't think I'd ever leave. Mase was kind of talking about the fact that he was given so much money in his career to continue to rap. I mean, even when he came back and did Welcome Back, he got a check to come back and do it with Bad Boy. You know what I mean? It was no, like when he came back with 50 at one point, there was like, okay, he's not going to be with Bad Boy. When he came back that first time with Welcome Back, it was like, okay, he's going to Bad Boy. I think he actually owed Diddy an album at that point, though. So, but, if a check comes, right? If a new label taps in, a new label taps in. But he's saying they're trying to dangle money. They didn't think I'd never leave. They trying to dangle money. They didn't think I'd never leave. Mase talking about how he stepped away, you know what I mean, to his obligations or, his wishful thinking to be a pastor. You know what I'm saying? He stepped away from it. He stepped away from all the money, but he took the money too. Pretty sure he took the money. You know what I mean? The whole Diddy contract, pretty sure he still walked with the money, you know? So he said, they don't ever pay the artists, but they love to pay the freaks. And we know how it goes. These dudes be dropping thousands of dollars when it comes to, going in the club. I heard somebody say, I think it was on the Steve Will Do It show. I think they had said somebody dropped, I dropped $100,000 in the strip club, and Steve had spent $50,000 on something else. And there he was like, well, at least I got this. You just never get anything back. You never get anything back from dropping all that money in the club. I kind of felt the same way, when I was around like my dudes, AG Cubano and Filthy Rich and Jim Jones and all these dudes spending massive amounts of money in the strip club, I was like, yo, are you guys going to like go in the back room and like get an actual dance? You're just going to throw all the money like that? Like, what's going on here? But it's whatever, man. Wow. So that's what we got for the lyrics. Oh, no, we got more lyrics. So we came back in on the second verse. Mase came back in on the second verse, you guys. He said, I sure when thunder fall, I ain't running from y'all, 'cause I come for it all. Now I fire on Goliath and I watch him fall. So obviously he's talking about Diddy and he's using the perception of Goliath. You know what I mean? Because Diddy is pretty much the giant in this situation compared to Mase, as I kind of explained a little bit earlier, with Diddy actually being the one that owns the company. You know what I mean? He's going up against a major company. They want to kill the short first because I come for the tall. And when your main artist died, who the hell did you call? Obviously, right there is a reference to the notorious B.I.G. But in all honesty, man, you know, the way that we saw Biggie and Mase, and we saw him in the players only, the video with 112, you know what I mean? The way that Puffy marketed them together, you know, he really made the artists coincide with one another. Like if you wanted to buy some shit from one guy, you would want to buy some shit from another one of the artists. So a lot of that shit worked hand in hand. But Mase is having some really fire lyrics here. You cannot deny that. So let me see. They want to kill the short because first because I come for the tall. And when your main artist died, who the hell did you call? I bring the sun with the water and I'm used to the fog. And I emptied the pipes when the clips get clogged and go to church on Sundays. I'm the illest of all. Don't ever put Mase with whatever bad boys had hardships. You know I get it jumping like a mosh pit. So he said, don't ever put Mase with whatever bad boy artist had hardships. You know I get it jumping like a mosh pit. So Mase basically acknowledging the curse of bad boy right there. You know what I'm saying? Mase acknowledging the curse of bad boy, saying don't really put me into that curse. Don't put me in there. I want to see Mase and Kanye do a song. Y'all, give me 1 second. I got to go grab my Red Bull. My bad, y'all. Hell yeah. Woo! Let me get this shit together. Now, you guys. Let me get this shit together. Woo! I didn't have my Red Bull all night, so like I'm like I had like no energy, I guess. But y'all know I keep shit going for real. He's bad boy for life. Woo! Let's go. Second verse, baby. Second verse. Let's get into the second verse, baby. Let's go. Second verse. He said, let me see, hold on. Sam, what up, bro? He said 50 tried to sign him, but Puff blocked it. He probably is still signed. Well, actually, Mase had gone to a radio station at one point. Team Gumbo, baby! What up, Troublesome? What's popping with you, man? We hit a high 200 live viewers tonight. I need everybody to share this video if you haven't. We still going tonight, baby. But yeah, classic OG. I think Mase got out of that contract. You didn't see the video where Mase actually walked into a radio station with his release. He walked into a radio station with his release form and got Diddy to sign it while he was live on the air. So I'm pretty sure Mase has been released. Now, why hasn't he signed up with anybody else? Why hasn't he released more records like this? I don't know. You would think if Mase has the ability to release records independently, he would at least want to do that and sell them. You know, at least sell a record and you could, do 10,000, 20,000, 500,000. Maybe I'm being on the low end of things here. You know what I'm saying? Do something realistic. We're going to get a Red Bull sponsor. We're going to get this Bel Air sponsor. You know what I mean? We need the real shit, though. We need the real sponsors. You know what I mean? We'll get the Roman swipes. Yeah. Gilly, hook that up, bro. Give me the Roman swipe sponsor, bro. You know I fuck with them shits. Yo, all right. So let me address that, Maholan. How do I say your name, bro? Is it Maholan? I don't think it's the only song. It's just the beginning. Well, in all honesty, man, Mase does this over and over. Mase keeps on doing this where he drops a record and then he stalls out. That's one thing I really get let down by. You know what I'm saying? Every time Mase does this, I kind of get let down by it. Ever since we have never got a consistency from Mase, you guys. Outside of No Way Out and Harlem's World leading into Double Up, there's been no consistency with Mase. The disses are fire. Charlemagne doesn't think so. Charlemagne doesn't think so, you guys. The disses are fire. You know what I mean? The Oracle Part 1, the Oracle 2 now explaining what was going on with Diddy. Who knows what the Oracle 3 is going to be about? I think he's really got a little lane with these joints right here. Is it the lane I expected for Mase? Hell no. You know what I mean? Me being pretty accepting of when Mase went from Murder Mase to Pretty Boy Mase, I was pretty accepting of that. Mase was pretty much the only bad boy I could buy in a shiny suit. Let's be realistic, you guys. Mase was the only bad boy that I could actually buy in a shiny suit. All the other dudes did not make sense in it. You know what I mean? Black Rob, the Locks, you know what I mean? All these dudes in a shiny suit, Craig Mack, you know what I'm saying? Biggie, doesn't make sense. Junior Mafia, it doesn't make sense. All of them in shiny suits. Mase was pretty much the only one. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed already. If you want to hear more crazy perspectives like this from me, Mikey T, the movie star. Charlemagne said it was auto-tuned. Some of the words, you know what I mean? Some of the words you would have to expect are a little auto-tune in there. Like when he says, I can read the futures like astrologists. Why I'm so clean, I'm the next thing to godliness. Is that where he means the like to just make those rhymes kind of rhyme a little bit? He'll put a little edge of the auto-tune in. Instead, the people that follow you, you teach them treachery. You said you're supposed to teach a culture about a legacy. Instead, you teach the people that follow you about treachery. And now you say you check for me without a check from me. Know what you talking about? This is murder, double jeopardy. They say let it go. You bugging, I can't let it be. Tell them don't call for me. I can only talk for me. I know what my budget read. I read the budget every week. They've been trying to dangle money. They didn't think I'd ever leave. They didn't ever pay the artists, but they'd love to pay the freaks. Funny. Mase saying that they love to pay the freaks. Considering Mase, if I had to line Mase up with a WWE or WCW wrestler, it would probably be Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. So that's why it's kind of funny to hear that type of shit from Mase. All love to Mase, man. But the hook, he said, we ain't gang, we ain't goals. We ain't family, we ain't foes. And we definitely not bros. We ain't nothing. Second verse, you guys. Mase spoke. He said, I think that was Mase speaking. He said, he that is from above is above them all, unless that was actually a recording of something else. Mase came in and said, I sure, when thunder fall, I ain't running from y'all, cause I come for it all. Now I fire on Goliath and watch him fall. They want to kill the short first, cause I come for the tall. And when your main artist died, who the hell did you call? I bring sun with water, and I'm used to the fog. And I empty pipes when clips get clogged, and go to church on Sundays. I'm the illest of all. Don't never put Mase with whatever bad boys had hardships. You know I get it jumping like a mosh pit. I'm the first level, Dirk level. Y'all can never hurt level. They is mad I made it to the I will never work level. Since Cain killed Abel, I'm able to kill Cain. And love don't steal. And love don't steal, my dude. Change your name. That was the line at Diddy right there, you guys. When he said, and love don't steal, my dude. Change your name. Because Diddy's going by the name of Love. Can you believe that shit? Can you guys believe that shit? But yo, the line I want to go back on, I like the line when he said, since Cain killed Abel, I'm able to kill Cain. That takes me back to when Mase said that line when he was Murder Mace, and he was like, and I sold morphine for more green. That was one of the dopest Mase lines. And I really like this one right here. This is a kind of a throwback. I need everybody to share this video. Well, I need y'all to subscribe, really, and hit the notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you don't ever miss it when I go live, you guys. Pretty soon, we're going to be going live on Little Durk's official 7220 album sales, you guys. As soon as the official album sales come out. He said, I'm the first level, Dirk level. Y'all can never hurt level. They is mad I made it to the I will never work level. Since Cain killed Abel, I'm able to kill Cain. And love don't steal, my dude, change your name. And I see no integrity in your name. And I'm a hornet by the voice of St. James. Champagne can match my roly plain Jane. And I say, blame God, I ain't changed. I like that last bar where he said, and I say, blame God that I ain't changed, because Mase is like, yo, I haven't changed. I'm still the man that is faithful. I'm still the man that will walk away from rap. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really just judge a book by you can't really judge somebody just from the video. I'm not even gonna say by a book by the cover. You can't judge somebody by the music videos that you see on MTV. You know what I mean? You can't judge somebody by the music videos that you see. You know what I mean? You know, you would have ultimately thought Mase was just the playboy type. You know, I never would have thought Mase would have walked away from the industry. I was ultimately confused. You know what I mean? I was ultimately confused when Mase walked away from the industry. You know, but apparently he did that because of his beliefs, because of his integrity as a man. And that's why he's using words like that in these raps. You know, that's why he's using words like the line where he said integrity. He said, and I see no integrity in your name, and I'm a hornet by the voice of St. James. Champagne can match my roly plain Jane. And then he said, they be selling their soul to go to brunch, and they might end up sweet drinking that punch. That was a directed line. Was that a line at Jay? Because, yo, actually, damn it. Now I'm never going to get invited to the Jay-Z brunch just because I brought that shit up. That's bullshit. That's bullshit right there. because I've always wanted to go to one of those Jay-Z brunches, man. I really have. And now the fact that I brought it up on a live, I've jinxed it. I've totally jinxed it. And now I will not be going to any Jay-Z brunches. Damn it. Damn it, Mase. I'm more pissed than when I bought the Welcome Back album. But anyways, let me see. What do we got here? I think he said, "Let's suffer good. They know I'm from another hood. So keep your brotherhood. I'm trying to make sure my mother good." Woo! Woo! Mase is hard. And look, we got more, man. Because at this point, he seems to start mentioning past bad boys, y'all. He seems to start mentioning past bad boys. Salute block. Salute block. You're right, bro. You're right. So Mase came in. He said, "I'm the ghost of shine. I speak for every artist never spoke they mind, representing every artist that was left behind. From Craig Mack to G Depp, I said, remember them kids trampled. For every producer you stole they sampled. Why you playing with me, knowing I make examples? They hiding behind money. You know that's not a man move." So Mase was coming with some bars right here. You know what I mean? Mase was coming with quite a few, lyrics in this song, y'all. Let me see if there's anything I want to extra analyze in that. The Ghost of Shine. Well, I mean, I don't really get that, but representing every artist I was left behind. Oh, from Craig Mack to G Depp. Maybe he could have fit those lines, those artist names in there a little bit better if I'm really giving a critique. You know what I'm saying? If I'm really giving a critique, I would have to say, rest in peace, Craig Mack. I think he should have said, "I'm the ghost of Craig Mack. I speak for every artist that never spoke their mind, representing every artist that was left behind, from G Depp to Shine," rather than having, Craig Mack to G Depp. Or, because I don't really understand why he said, "I'm the ghost of Shine." He said, I said, remember them kids trampled. For every producer you stole they sample. Why you playing with me? No one know I make examples. They hiding behind money. You know that's not a man move. You know you Frank and I'm Tony. Okay, you know you Frank and I'm Tony. Wow. Okay. Because, yeah, obviously Frank was the earner. I mean, obviously Tony was the earner for Frank. So I can kind of see him in that position there. You know what I mean? Where they go into that room and shit like that from the Scarface movie. You know you Frank and I'm Tony. You know that it would get lonely. It's never safe when you owe me. You know that sentence is true. You had the chance to do right, and I don't understand you. He could have made it right. That man could have saved his life. Now it ain't no way to fight. Now he out here waving white. Know your strategies and what your habits be. And right now, I got a mole in your faculty. It's odd. He's got a mole in the bad boy faculty. I would have assumed the mole would have been Loon in the past, but you know what I mean? But him and Loon actually did have problems, but they all really knew each other. I think maybe Loon and Mase probably even knew each other more than Puff and Mase, unless I'm just mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because Mase was pretty much the guy over there that got picked up, by Puff. Let me see. So he said, know your strategies and what your habits be. And right now, I got a mole in your faculty. What? Who does Mase have over there in the bad boy faculty, man? Come on, man. Somebody get me a roster. Give me the bad boy roster, damn it. They signed Slim back from 112. All right, so he said, some when you get the nerve to come after me. What audacity. Gotta know the dollar sign wasn't rapping free. Actually, after Big died, what a travesty. Because when Mase left, wasn't nobody after me. Guess I got the last laugh. You ain't laughing, huh? We stay strapped. We stay strapped enough. I'm ready for a massacre. Cam blackballed Mase. The ball ain't black enough. Tupac voice. I ain't even mad at you. Pretty boy always make they hearts melt. Guess you could say I know how Pac felt. I'm a Harlem boy repping down the Vegas strip. When with my own shit. You from Mount Vernon, go ahead and rep your own hood. So he had to bring up the Mount Vernon shit. He had to bring up the Mount Vernon shit. Yeah, some of these lines are really deep from Mase. Mase is without a doubt, you know what I mean? Mase is without a doubt proven why he is one of the best artists from our generation. You know, like I say about this generation, like I said it about Scott Hall, you guys. I said it about Jennifer Lopez, you know, I said it about Royce the 5'9" and Eminem and D12 and 50 Cent. It's such a privilege that we got to live at this time, you guys, to see all of these artists from the very beginning of their career, their very first moves, their very first sightings, you know what I mean, with their first projects. We get to see all of their careers play out. There is no better time to be alive than right now, man. That's just how I feel about this point in time that we all exist. And for everybody that's not subscribed to this channel, subscribe right now, man, so you never miss any of my live videos, because we're all going through a mother effing journey together, if you didn't understand what I was just talking about right there. I don't know, man. Some of these Mase lyrics, you know, some of these Mase lyrics, sometimes I think it needs a little bit of that slur at the end of it. Let me see. He said, rep my own shit. You from Mount Vernon, go ahead and rep your own hood. I'm not hating on your Billy Worth. Right now, I'm only saying what you really worth. You ain't no architect. You ain't no architect. You just know how to market death. Go pay his mother what he's really worth. So yeah, you know, Mase is saying that he's not hating on Diddy's Billy Worth. He's not hating on Diddy's Billy Worth. Right now, I'm just saying what you're really worth. You know, a lot of people are saying Diddy's response comes from, you know, these little videos he puts on Instagram. I think all of that is complete BS and people just looking for a rise on the internet. You know, at the end of the day, when we got guys like Diddy and Mase, you know, I really feel like they have a friendship. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like they had a real friendship. You know, I was suggesting earlier that it was business, but I think their friendship was so early that it was more than that. I think their business was so early that it was more than that. You know, they couldn't help but be more invested in each other's career. That's why Mase went so hard for Diddy. And I think that's why Diddy ultimately let Mase go live the life that he wanted to live. Now, if you want to bring up the question of why didn't Diddy let Mase do his thing when it came to signing with 50 Cent, you know, that's a little bit different. You know, that's a little bit different because I don't think Puffy really wanted to give Mase to somebody that had poked fun at him throughout the years. You know, 50 has poked fun at Diddy when he's gotten the opportunity on tracks and interviews, on blogs, pretty much every situation. He's trash talked his artist. You know what I'm saying? Every situation. And I'm talking even about. Yeah, we did block. What's going on with your capital third letter? Appreciate you. Tyson says, Mikey, you feeling that diss? To me, it was trash soup. Well, some of the lyrics that I read out were really serious, man. You know, some of the lyrics, like, they were really cool too. You know, like that one lyric he had about Goliath. It's like, wow. It's like this dude has some lyrical, like, credibility. He has some lyrical ability. You know, he's saying, because I come for it all. Now I fire in Goliath. Now I fire on Goliath and watch him fall. Now I come for it all. Now I fire on Goliath and watch him fall. Is Goliath going to fall? I don't really think so. Is Mase going to continue to fire? I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't think this is going to be a whole slew. What would be the point of there being more disses aimed at Diddy? This is kind of just like what some of the bad boy artists do here and there. We've seen it play out from many different artists, you know what I mean? Dissing Puffy over the years. Nah, 50 said it was 2 million block. Capital third letter says Mace's pen has been proven. Yeah, in many different ways as well, capital third letter. You know, in many different ways, because he does the aggressive rap, he does the pretty boy rap, he does the shit for the females. He's got a bunch of different styles, man. He has a bunch of different styles. He's very impressive, man, when it comes to music. I'll have to say Mase was definitely one of my favorites. One of my favorites. The only thing about Mase was that he didn't hold up, you know what I mean, as an artist. He decided to walk away from the game. And I really, when it all comes down to it, I would probably grade his Double Up album as his worst album. I think I would even put Welcome Back before Double Up. I'm going to ask everybody in the chat, actually. 72% of the people say that the Diddy diss from Mase was fire. But now we're going to do a poll for Mase's best album. We are doing a poll for Mase's best album, you guys. All right. I'm asking my community. And if you're not a part of my community, please. If you're not a part of my community, please subscribe right now. Hold on one second. What is this? What am I seeing right here? The Jewel Santana. That can't. Whoa! Whoa! We just got an official like. Guys, we just got an official like from Jewel Santana. Jewel Santana, excuse my phone. Excuse my phone. Mason Betha, actually. Major salute to Jewel Santana. That is freaking absolutely nuts. So you're telling me the other night we have Freeway in the building. The other night we have Freeway in the building. The night before that, Kay Walker. And tonight we got Jewel Santana. The official Jewel Santana, you guys. The official Jewel Santana liking shit. We out of here, you guys. We out of here, man. Shit's on a whole nother level right now when you see that type of, when you see that type of crowd tapping in, man. But I appreciate every single one of you guys that are in here watching me on a consistent basis. Team Gumbo, CT, what's good? Crooklyn in the building. Salute to the Crown Heights kid. Damn. I done sent this man all types of messages over the years trying to work with Jewels. Beats, shows, all types of shit, man. All types of shit. Crazy, though. Joel Santana is probably like the only rapper that smokes more of the weed than me. Y'all seen that one blog? Relax, Mikey. You're more knowledgeable. Yeah, you know I'm chill, bro. You know I'm chill, bro. I'm about to go back to rolling up some of this good-ass red velvet. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fire, man. That shit is fire. How about that, though? We had some crazy topics tonight. We spoke on Pooh Shiesty, some case news about him. You know, it's all over the internet right now. This is Red Velvet. His shit's all over the internet right now. Free Pooh Shiesty, man. I really wish him the best. Also, you know, Wack 100 pretty much co-signing what 6IX9INE has been saying about being broke. I mean, trolling, you could say it's trolling. You could say he's joking. You know what I mean? About $20 for gas. You know what I'm saying? But everyone's talking about it right now. So, you know, I had to come on here and speak on that as well and just give my thoughts on it. Because, you know, the sales and the numbers have drastically been altered for him, you know, in the last few months. If you just look at the videos and shit, like if you just honestly look at the videos, you can pretty much tell that he's been drastically affected by the people who are just losing interest in his career. I mean, him personally being affected to the extent where he just doesn't even want to release music anymore. I mean, look at what he did. You know what I'm saying? Look at what he did. Look at what he actually did when it came to his sales dropping or whatever. You know what I mean? He actually took a whole turn from the whole industry and decided to quit. You know what I'm saying? He decided to quit the whole industry and shit like that. Well, quit releasing videos. But and then the main topic of Mase actually coming at Diddy once again. You know, what do you mean? What's the best Jewel's album? Both of his albums, From Me to You and What the Game's Been Missing. I really wanted to see what was coming after that. Oh shit. What is that, bro? I'm not too sure what that is. I'm smoking some shit straight from the dispensary, man. Let's see. I'm going to open it up, though. Man. Let's do some opening questions. We got a big audience tonight. Tonight, we actually hit over 200 live viewers. Oh, yeah, Nosy. I need to have Snow Billy on this channel. We had a great conversation on Clubhouse, but I need to have Snow Billy on this channel. Oh, hold on. Let me check out the poll. Y'all need to vote in the poll. I want to know what was the best Mase album? What was the best Mase album? Wow. Welcome back only has 7%. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hello, children. Yo, what up, Bivens? What's popping with you? Appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody who wants to ask a question right now, anybody who wants to ask some questions right now, the floor is yours, man. I'm opening it up to the room. George, Jay Bezel was so slept on. Jay Bezel was so slept on, I didn't even know who he was, bro. To be honest with you, but but I did mess with a couple people from Snow Gang and a couple people from 730. Like funny enough, I was actually at this Joel Santana show when his homie John Depp was out there, and we was all outside the show together, and they was all leaving and shit. And that's actually the one time I did get a drop from Joel Santana. You're asking me what was the best song on the Harlem World album? The best song on the Harlem World album. I would have to go with my favorite song was probably What You Want. You know what I mean? What You Want was a classic, to be honest with you. Looking at Me had a really interesting beat. Why you over there looking at me? Why you over there? Now that one had an interesting beat, but I was more of a What You Want, because you know what I mean? That shit was like, that was like the coolest. Like, I can't help but think a lot of people got their whole image from that song. You know what I mean? A lot of people done pulled up, you know what I mean, to that record. Yo, Banks, I don't be answering questions like that on YouTube. Who has some questions? If you guys want to ask any questions, I'm about to smoke some of this. You know, I'm about to smoke some of this gas. I got Hell Rel over J.R. Writer. Yeah, I'll take Hell Rel over J.R. Writer. You know, I got 2 different kinds of weeds. I'm just smoking gas. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm smoking gas. And my phone, it keeps dropping me. Oh, let me see. It's the named Standing on Bodies. Yeah, because Mase is petty. You know, Game had that song Standing on Ferraris featuring Diddy over Biggie's Kicking the Door. Remember it? No, I don't. What album was that on, Colossal? I do not remember that. What question was he asking, George? That question about the Game working with Diddy? Sorry, bro. What does that relevance have to the show tonight? No shade on you, bro. Why you over there looking at Mike T? Like I'm just some blogging fool. Why you over there looking at Mike T? George, I didn't see you super chat nothing. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry about that, man. I was kind of like reading a bunch of shit. Read it. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Is this what I'm smoking? I thought I was smoking the other shit. Oh, yeah, I am smoking the other shit. This is open. Look at that. That's that red velvet, bro. 23%. That shit's fire, man. Why you over there looking at me? So I had to cop the red velvet and I had to cop the E85. You know what I'm saying? I copped the E85 too. It's pretty good, man. I pretty much only smoke cookies. Shout out to Burner. Shout out to Burner. That's another endorsement I want. I want the cookies endorsement. I want the Red Bull endorsement. And I want the Bel Air endorsement. You know what I'm saying? But everybody knows Dom Perignon is the best champagne. But Bel Air Blue is some good shit too. What the hell? What the hell? Test date? God damn. That is crazy, man. I don't even want to read the test date on there. It is what it is, man. I've been waiting for some red velvet to come in on the pre-ground. Detail, what's popping with you, man? You missed a dope video tonight, I won't lie. But it's still going on, man. But we had it lit tonight. King Infamous, what's popping with you? That's right. Shout out to Cookies. Banks said I'm smoking some white bubblegum gelato, some Area 51, and white runts. Damn, my man's got mad combinations. Yeah, they kind of got, you got mad combinations right there, huh, bro? Getting it lit. I see. Okay, I respect it, man. That's why I got a couple different as well. I got the E85. I could have went with both, but this one's just a little point below it. And plus, you can really tell if this is good by the smell. Because I know what the E81, E85 gas smells like. King Wavy, what up, what up, what up? He said red velvet is slapping. Colossal the Don said it's relevant because Mase talking about Puff paying Biggie's people, yet he overdoing ad libs over Biggie's beats, collecting yet more royalties off the man. The title says it all. I hear you, bro. I live in CT Banks. CT's my Alien Cookie be hella fire. Yeah, I usually just get my weed from dispensaries now, man. I haven't run into any Alien Cookie, to be honest with you. I haven't run into any Alien Cookie. Smoke Easy. I never heard of it. I never heard of it. What a show tonight, man. Still riding high off the show, man. Awesome show. If anybody on here isn't following me on Instagram, it's the best way to get in contact with me. If you want to follow me on IG, you can follow me right there. It's probably the best way to get in contact with me. It's the cookies of CT. That's what I like to hear. George says 7 G's at a dispensary in Philly is $80. But George, is is Philly recreational dispensary right now, or is it just medical dispensary? Yo, shit is going absolutely viral right now, you guys. And yo, Colossal the Don, bro, my bad for not answering your super chat, my brother. You're one of the dopest viewers of the channel, man. King Wavy said he's on that White Gusher and Lotto Pop. Interesting. Sweet Tooth, always watching TV, is on that Sweet Tooth. What up, JoJo Jones? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Cookies, my favorite strand. Yo, cookies is one of the best weeds. Girl Scout cookies is one of the best weeds I've ever smoked, but I'd never been able to find one as good as the best first batch I ever found. Mikey, to answer your question, it's on the documentary too. Huh. Yeah, I was definitely done really listening to the game by the documentary too. I wasn't so much into him once he moved on to E1 Records, with the Year of the Wolf when they did the whole Blood Money thing. I wasn't so much into him. I know they did the whole documentary 2, the documentary 2.5. I caught a little bit more attention back when they dropped the 1992 album, but then after that, because they had said, I guess their marketing campaign was this was the last album or something like that. But then he came out with Born to Rap, and I haven't heard Born to Rap. Heard 1992. Still haven't heard the documentary 2 or the documentary 2.5, but I kind of fell off after the Red album and the Jesus Piece album. That's when he left Interscope. Not much, JoJo. Everything's what's up? Not much, man. Just on here tonight, actually doing a news night. Usually we come on here, we do a watch along. We're doing an exclusive interview premiere, whether it's new, whether it's a throwback, or we do, you know what I mean? But tonight, it's a news night. We got some hot news out there. We got some hot trolls, hot trolling going on right now, you guys. And a whole new diss song from Mase. You know what I'm saying? Mase came back with a whole new diss song going crazy on Puff again. You know what I mean? He does this every once in a while. I mean, I think we all witnessed when Mase actually walked into the radio station and had that piece of paper for Puff Daddy to sign. A lot of people hate it when I call him Puff Daddy. I'm sorry, kind of just, I was a little bit more in the era before he started going by Diddy. You know what I mean? I was right there when they did the video though, and Ben Stiller was like, "Oh, Papa Diddy, Papa Diddy Pop." I was right there watching on television, and I was like, they just changed that man's name right in front of our face. That man is a genius. I watched that as a kid for sure. I don't know how many other people in here actually watched that as well. Burner, major salute to Burner. He did something major with cookies, man. He's going to be remembered forever. He made it so that he can be remembered forever in the culture, man. I really respect what he did, yo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to make it just purely based off the music. Burner has added something that the culture is going to love forever. I see that there's a new Wiz Khalifa strand. It's going to be a Khalifa Kush mixed with the Georgia Pie. And I think it's going to be called Baby Powder. And man, I wish, and I honestly wish that it was out here in the Boston area, because that's where we got our store, the Boston area or the Massachusetts area, not necessarily as far as Boston, but yeah. So I really wish that was coming over here. And there's another one that I would really like to try, the flan, the new flan strand that they're doing. That looks freaking amazing. Wow. iVision says Cookies is opening up in Orlando, Florida. Wow. So are you telling me that Cookies is actually recreational legalized in Florida now? Pretty amazing to hear. I guess Gunplay was right so many years back when he told me about that. Bank says, I want to try that Khalifa Kush. Yeah, man, you would think too if the dispensary by me actually gets Khalifa Kush. If the dispensary by me actually gets Khalifa Kush, or not Khalifa Kush, but if they get the baby powder, which is Khalifa Kush mixed with the Georgia pie, then you would have to think that they would have the Khalifa Kush as well. If they have the crossbreed of it, they'd probably have the same breed of it as well. But that's just wishful thinking. Yes. Well, all right. So I was just thinking, yeah. So I was just thinking, oh damn, I actually only have 3 roll-ups left, but I actually have another Dutch, and I've actually got I have another Dutch, and I've actually got some other bud, this shit called Daily Special that I was smoking over the last couple days. You guys might have seen it. Well, let me ask y'all, man. Anybody got any last questions before we get up out of here tonight, man? Putting up some last questions. If anybody wants to ask anything before we get up out of here tonight. Oh, yeah, let me check it out. So it looks like Harlem World is going to take the poll. Looks like Harlem World is going to take the poll. If you guys haven't voted in the poll, vote in the poll right now before we get up out of here. This is going to be your last chance to vote in the poll tonight. I don't know what CBN is yet, but I have tried the Snoop Dogg weed called Dog Bag. Good strand. Oh, shit. King Infamous, do you think Diddy will respond? There's no telling, man. There's no telling. But after that love line, man, you would think so. And I'm not talking about one of these responses like Diddy is out there in the water on a boat. That's not what I'm talking about. But I don't see Diddy actually responding in the form of a song. When Diddy responds to something like this, it would probably just be a meetup. You know what I'm saying? It would probably just be a meetup, to be honest with you. Who do you think is going to be the face of the new death row? The face of the new death row. The face of the new death row. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say because I don't really know what they're going to do. I don't really know what they're going to do with it. I've been reading that they pulled all the albums down. I don't know if they're going to do a new compilation, which I don't think they should do. Suge Knight kind of ran that into the ground doing the death row compilations. You know what I'm saying? The face of the new death row, Snoop. Yeah, but are they going to start signing artists? Is it going to be previously existing artists? Like a lot of people are saying The Game could go over and drop an album there. You know, a lot of people are talking like that. I try, bro. I try. I'm like Big, man. Biggie Smalls. Like smoking is like my hobby. As soon as I heard that was one of Biggie's things, I was like, yo, like that is like my shit. See, George says YG. That's another thought on who could sign to death row. You know what I mean? There's so many different opportunities. There's so many different possibilities, I should say. It could be new artists though as well. I hope Snoop Dogg uses this as a chance to actually build, you know what I mean? To actually build the label that we would have liked to have seen him create with the what was it called? The Doggy Style Records or something? Yeah, Doggy Style Records. Nah, I don't really dab like that. A couple of my friends dab, but I don't really take all that time in doing that. You know what I mean? I don't but in the future, you know what I mean? In the future, when I'm blogging while standing up, you know what I'm saying? We will have dab rigs, all types of shit like that. Like, all right, let's take a dab while we're talking about this topic. We'll just flip it over. You know, you guys see how Wiz has it and shit like that. All types. I expect all types of shit like that in the future. Yo, do you do the crumble? Frank Matthews, Goofy T, what up? See, it's cool. It's cool when everybody out there, you know, they have something that they want to call me. You know what I mean? But it's even better when they go back to their friends and they tell them about what they want to call me. And they're like, yo, there's this guy, Mikey T, the movie star. And I go on the internet and I call him Goofy T. He actually responds to the shit. You know what I mean? He takes it as a light jab. He has fun with it and shit like that. That's what it's all about. You got to make up names. You got to make fun of the artist out there. You know, all that type of shit. Put me in with it. You know what I mean? Put me right in with it, man. Just like people used to make fun of Loon, and just like people used to make fun of Mase after he signed to Diddy. You know what I mean? People would make fun of these guys. Put me right in there with it, man. The crumble, Black Sheep, the crumble, is that still the same type of thing that you would put into a rig? Because no, I don't go and spend my money on any of that stuff. I'm mostly just a person who buys flour. I'm mostly just a person who does flour. I usually like to roll up a blunt or roll up some joints. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe right now. Yes, I'm in a new movie. It's called Slapface. It's on Shudder right now. I got a brief cameo in it. But listen, I appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. If anybody out there has Instagram, anybody want me to follow them on Instagram, I'll follow you guys back right now. Right. Anybody that follows me right now, I will follow you guys back. You heard? All 77 of you, you guys are getting an exclusive offer. All 77 of you guys watching are getting an exclusive offer right now. All those other 200 people that were tapped in tonight, they don't get this offer. Everybody in here right now that follows me, everybody that follows me on Instagram right now, I will follow you back. Every single one of you. Not everybody gets that offer. There were 200 people, 230 people in here max tonight. They all don't get this offer, but all 75 of you that are still in here right now, you get that offer. So follow me right now, and I will follow you guys back. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you're not subscribed already. I'm going to end this poll. It looks like the albums were right in order of release. Harlem World, Double Up, and Welcome Back. 86% for Harlem's World. So I'm going to end the poll. Everybody right now, you get that special follow back for following me right now. Like I said, that's something for everybody here watching. Now, everybody watching on demand, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're watching this tomorrow, if you're watching this now when we're not live, and you have not subscribed to the channel, I want you to subscribe so you can be a part of this conversation next time. And you can tap in on the live and chat with us and interact, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever miss out on a live video with Mikey T, the movie star. You know what I'm saying? Roll something up, pour your drink, and come enjoy the party. Let's have fun. I'll see y'all in the next episode, you guys. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all.